Hello folks, Brave Shadow here, and today I'm going to be giving my Xbox 720 predictions. Now, as you know, I am a person who is more of a PlayStation gamer, but you know what? I like to even the playing field, so I'm going to be doing my only Xbox video. So, starting off, I think the price range is going to be from neither 299 to maybe just this is stretching it a bit, maybe 399. The reason why I say this is because the Xbox is moving towards kind of a casual gaming market and more of an entertainment device more than a gaming device. So the hardware needed to make it, they're probably going to use off the shelf parts, which that is something that's been reoccurring a lot this generation or this next upcoming generation. Even the PlayStation 4 is going to be using off the shelf parts. So I think it's going to be for the standard $299, and then stretching it a bit, it's probably going to be $399. Now, one thing that Microsoft does is they actually have this contract where you can pay only $100 for your Xbox console, and then every month you pay like a fee. I think they're probably going to do the same thing with the Xbox 720. So it's probably going to be like $12.99 a month or more. And all the membership prices, like for the online, I believe will just stay the same. The only difference is gold will have more benefits, and silver will have a little bit more benefits. But besides that, all of them will really stay the same. So to really enjoy the online service, you're going to really need gold. So next thing, specs. Now with the specs I got here that I'm looking at, I have a CPU, 8 core, clocking at 1.6 gigahertz for each core. The GPU, DirectX 11 capable, also running at 800 megahertz. So they're probably going to add one or two in there, but so far it's really just been kind of one. There's been a couple sites where they say, hey, they're going to put two GPUs in there. But even if they did, it still would not be enough to be on par with what the PlayStation's coming up with. So continuing on, 8 gigabytes of RAM. So, I mean, that's nice too, because, the developers over at the developers who made Crysis, they're wanting 8 gigabytes of RAM. They're really pushing that 8 gigabytes. But with my whole price thing, I think it may or may not be 8 gigabytes. If at the lowest, it's definitely going to be 4 gigabytes. At the highest, 8 gigabytes. Now, hard drive space, minimum, probably 500. That is really high. That's half of a terabyte. The only reason I say that is because from recent documents and what I see on the internet, just speculation has me believe that 500 gigabytes would probably be the minimum, because this is also going to be a DVR device. You're going to be having, TV shows stored, not only games. You're going to have games, music, TV shows. Everything's going to be stored on there, so it's going to need lots and lots of space. Now, there might be like a very slim model, or maybe the 99, the cheaper model, will have a lot less, but the standard is definitely going to have 500 gigabytes. This is according to my prediction. Optical drives, you're going to have, your CD drive, DVD drive, all combined with the Blu-ray player as well. So, I mean, because they need the Blu-ray player since, they don't have it now. I mean, it just makes sense to add the Blu-ray player onto it if it's going to be an entertainment device. Also, it's going to have a super speed USB, USB 3.0 auxiliary, and then a Connect in, which is basically a little thing just specifically for the Connect itself, like a little plug-in part just for the Connect. So you can't really plug anything else into that. It'll be just for the Connect. Obviously, Ethernet 802.11 for the Wi-Fi and stuff. AV output, HDMI, your standard stuff. So that's for the specs. Features, definitely they're going to put a DVR in there. They're also going to test out with some cloud storage and possible cloud gaming. Side note, I think the reason for Microsoft buying Rare is not only to develop games, but also possibly work on some cloud-based stuff, because they don't really have anybody really focusing on their cloud stuff, at least for the Xbox division. Now, I believe that they do have somebody working with the like Windows type thing, like when it comes to the cloud stuff there, so they might can join those. You never know. So other features, it's also going to come with an ability to actually connect your TV cable service and like your internet service all into one. So they're really just unifying all of the entertainment stuff. So right now, this is just sounding more like an entertainment box than really a gaming thing. So continuing on, they're going to add Connect 2.0 in there with improved voice recognition, voice commands and activation, tracking 4 or more people at once, facial recognition, and the output will be in 1080p resolution. So if you're recording with it, it's definitely going to come out nice and crisp. Now, last part of this, games that are going to be either upon release of the Xbox 720 or maybe a couple months after, within that year of the Xbox 720 being, released. Halo 5, that is a no-brainer. Some kind of Fable game. It only makes sense to kind of have one game of each genre. So you need your Halo game for the futuristic first-person shooter. You need Fable for that kind of like RPG, medieval type game. Forza for the racing people, and probably 2 new IPs. I know that Microsoft is not that company that really likes to put out several IPs, so I believe that they're just going to maybe 2 if you guys get lucky. You're also going to have probably a lot of Kinect games, so be expecting that. So that's my prediction for the Xbox 720. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about the Xbox 720. Does it sound good? I mean, it sounds pretty good, but it seems more of a entertainment-based console. They've really steered away from the gaming. Now, before I go, I want to share some other news. One of the key developers within Microsoft, George Andreas, has left earlier this month and joined Sony Computer Entertainment. The developer has been with Rare since 1996 and will now be working as a creative director with Sony in London. So, I mean, this person, George Andreas, has helped to create lots of the Kinect games. Also has a lot of knowledge on how the Kinect works. So kind of having that person on the Sony team can really, really be a benefit, especially since Sony's actually thinking of adding a Kinect-like camera with their console. Not only did he work on Kinect games, but he's also worked on Cameo and Perfect Dark Zero and some other games for the Nintendo 64, I believe. So, yep. And then, last but not least, the next generation Xbox 720 will be unveiled at the dedicated Microsoft launch event in April. This is basically just rumors right now, but, this seems logical. So, hopefully, their press event will be just good as the Sony's PlayStation 4 event, which I'll talk about that in another video. So I know this has been a really long video. Thank you for sitting tight and actually, listening to this. So I thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later. Shadow out.